to the Jeremy Hill Show. Today I am going to be covering a very provocative and controversial subject, the subject of abortion. Ever since the Supreme Court have overturned Roe versus Wade, making it illegal to have abortions performed anywhere in America, abortion rights activists have hit the streets marching in protest. They are the ones with the picket signs that says, "My body, my choice." Well, I intend to challenge that belief with one of my own. And one of my beliefs are that the majority of women who seek abortions are women who just want to continue to live a casual lifestyle of sex without responsibilities of having children. If you ever noticed, perhaps you didn't, let me start like this. Everybody who is involved with the abortion rights movement does not share the same agenda. They use the same propaganda, but they don't have the same motives as to why they are getting abortions. If you talk to a person who believes in abortion rights and you ask them, why do we need abortion in America? They would say things like the worst case scenario, that women are being sexually assaulted, in other words, raped, or they are victims of family incest. And this is their go-to. Every time you ask them that, they tell you something that would make you fearful. They use fear as a fear-mongering doctrine to make women feel this is why you should have abortion in America. Now, what I'm about to do is disprove that with numbers, not with emotions, but with numbers, facts. For example, there was this lady named Y.O.L.O. I don't know what nationality she is, but she worked for the USA Today. And she covered a study that was made by the Guttemacher Institute. And what they did was study what was the reasons why women were receiving abortions in America. Let me tell you what they discovered. They said that 1% of women who wanted abortions were victims of rape. And when it came to a pregnancy as a result of incest, it was less than 0.5%. This is less, 0.5% is the reason why women were getting abortions. Now let me tell you who the majority of women were that were getting abortion. It says women who was having a baby, who said having a baby would dramatically change my life. 74% of them wanted abortions and received them. Other women said they couldn't afford a baby right now. That was 73% of the women who were receiving abortions. The other one says they don't want to be a single mother, or they're having relationship problems with their man. That was 48% of the women who were having abortions. And 38% of the women that was having abortions said they have already completed their childbearing. They didn't want any more children. So majority, what that proves by the numbers, is that women are just having sex without any form of birth control. Now we do understand that all birth control isn't 100%, but they do slim the chances of you becoming pregnant. The numbers speak loudly and clearly. Women who are living lifestyles of just being promiscuous, out there sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and just living the Y.O.L.O. You live only once. What is Y.O.L.O? You only live once. That's why I named this Y.O.L.O leads to abortion, because this mindset of irresponsibility is causing women to just give their goodies up, and if they get pregnant, abort the child. Now, Y.O.L.O is a damning phrase, because again, it teaches and encourages you to do whatever you want and don't think about consequences. This ties in with the other phrase that you hear a lot, the phrase that said, "I'm living my best life." Now, when these women today, the modern day woman, when they get pregnant, they don't think they're going to live their best life. They are being selfish, so they abort the child. And most times the men want the child, and there's some men who don't want the child. But the women are the ones who have access to this pregnancy thing, because they're the ones who get pregnant, and they'll go to the clinic and they'll get these abortions because they don't want the consequence of the sexual relation that they had. Now, if you're going to be immature enough to have sex without birth control of any type, then you deserve what happened to you. If you get pregnant because of that action that you chose, you wasn't raped, you didn't have a family member do that, you are aborting children because it's inconvenient for you to have them. This is where we are clashing at. The men who have traditional values, who want a woman to be submissive and to follow him. The modern day masculine women want to do whatever they want, whenever the hell they want to do it, And they don't care about consequences. They don't care about how it affects you. It doesn't care about how it affects the world. They don't care about how it affects our communities. You are taking the lives of innocent unborn children because it isn't good for your schedule to have them. Like I said before, the children are the collateral damage of these women's selfishness. These women just don't want the responsibility of having children. So YOLO, I wish had never came along. I think Drake made that. They apply YOLO to everything they're doing. But these are innocent lives that are being taken because a woman wants to be a whore. Now, some of you will argue my point, which is your right. You can argue with me. But I know there's a lot of people who watching my video right now know women who is not on their first, who is not on their second, who is not on their third, but may be on their fourth abortion right now. I know women who have had 6 abortions and they wasn't raped. They didn't have a family member do it to them. It's because they was out there being a hoe, sleeping around, jumping around one man's penis to another man's penis, monkey wrenching from penis to penis to penis, and getting pregnant. This is the truth. This is the reality of the abortion rights movement. So a lot of them would use fear and say, oh, what if someone gets raped? When the majority of the time, according to the numbers, 1% women get abortion because of rape, and 0.5% of women get abortion because of incest. So the rest are just people sleeping around. So stop letting people tell you, it's my choice, my body, my choice. It was your body before you laid down. Every time you laid on your back with one leg pointed east and the other leg pointed west and letting men just bust inside of your womb, that was your choice then. That was your body then. Imagine a woman's womb filled with multiple men's semen. Because a lot of women have children by different baby daddies. They're not all the same men most times. Now, not all women are extremely whorish. Those are different. I'll say those type of women who sleep around, just a little bit every now and then they have a man they sleep with. But still, you're irresponsible if you're not using any type of birth control. And the hoes are more upset about the overturning of Roe versus Wade than women who are actually trying to live their lives and might get caught up in rape, might get caught up in incest. It all comes down to personal choice. And with this type of mentality that these women have now, just if it feels good, do it. Don't give a fuck about the consequences. This is the reason why men are not getting along with y'all now. Because you don't care about how it affects other people. You don't care about how that man, some women get abortions regardless of the fact of how the man feels. He may want to try to keep the baby. She don't want to do it. Why? Because it's her body, it's her choice. Think about this. Well, anyway, I just want to cover that. And if you don't like what I say, that's your business. If you do like it, then do me a favor, hit that thumbs up and subscribe and spread this video. I don't apologize for anything I say. I am a men's rights activist. I believe that a man should be a man and speak his mind and speak his truth and stand on what he believes and stand on his square. And I personally believe that a majority of women who go into the abortion clinics was going there because they was involved in whoredom. They wasn't victims of anything. They were victims of their own lust and their own desires, having sex with married men and getting impregnated by another woman's husband or something like that. That happens. Or they're just sleeping with their best friend's man and stuff and getting pregnant that way. That's what's going on. A lot of women get pregnant that way. They're not getting pregnant because they are victimized. They're getting pregnant because they're whorish a lot of times. And they are immature and they are irresponsible and don't want to take responsibility or accountability. All they want to do is blame everybody else. If you tell them no, you shouldn't get it, they're going to get mad at you because you're trying to prevent them from living the lifestyle of being a hoe. And that's what that is. Majority of the time, these women are whores. Not all of them, but majority of time, and I can't drill that into this video enough, majority of these women who was getting these abortions were just women who were living a lifestyle of casual sex, enjoying their life, doing the YOLO, you only live once, live my best life. You can't live a best life or a bad life without consequences. Everything you do has a consequence. You only live once? That's not true. Because the baby lived once, I'm taking it back. You do only live once. But the baby didn't get to live at all. So maybe you got to live once. They didn't get a choice. And like I said, you should be ashamed of yourself after you done killed that one child. Or should I say you took out that child, then you get pregnant with another man's semen in you, then you take that child out. Anyway, think about it. Leave a comment. It don't matter if it's negative or positive. I am very interested to see what your opinion is about what I've said. Thank you.